let's get into it, Rob. And we obviously alluded to it just a few moments ago. I want to play first the players because I don't know. I assume you saw it, Rob, earlier today. The players last night, I'm sorry, and many superstars, Patrick Mahomes, Odell Beckham Jr., Saquon Barkley, Deshaun Watson, and many other great stars in the league, not just regular players, if you will. They came out with a video essential. And the reason, here's why I want to play it, even though it came out last night, because we're going to play that. And that what they call on is for the NFL, i.e. the commissioner, Roger Goodell, to make a statement on certain things. And his statement today that came out just what, Rob G, maybe less than an hour ago? Roughly within the last hour, almost to a word at some points is what the players called on him to say. So here it goes, the player's statement last night from the NFL stars.
It's been 10 days since George Floyd was brutally murdered.
How many times do we need to ask you to listen to your players?
What will it take
for one of us to be murdered by police brutality?
What if I was George Floyd?
If I was George Floyd?
What if I was George Floyd?
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 I am George Floyd.
I am Breonna Taylor.
I am Ahmaud Arbery.
I am Eric Garner.
I am McCormick McDonald.
I am Tamir Rice.
I am Trayvon Martin.
I am Walter Scott.
I am Michael Brown Jr.
I am Samuel Du Bois.
I am Frank Smart.
I'm Philip White.
I am Jordan Baker.
We will not be silenced.
We assert our right to
Peacefully protest.
It shouldn't take this long to admit. So, on behalf of the National Football League,
This is what we, the players,
Would like to hear you state.
we, the National Football League,
condemn racism and the systematic oppression of black people.
we, the National Football League,
admit wrong and silencing our players from peacefully protesting.
we, the National Football League,
Believe Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
All right, there it is, Rob. And let's hear from the commissioner, Roger Goodell, because you'll be stunned at how closely it is what he says to exactly what the players wanted the league to do.
It has been a difficult time for our country, in particular, black people in our country. First, my condolences to the families of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and all the families who have endured police brutality. We, the National Football League, condemn racism and the systematic oppression of black people. We, the National Football League, admit we were wrong for not listening to NFL players earlier and encourage all to speak out and peacefully protest. We, the National Football League, believe Black Lives Matter. I personally protest with you and want to be part of the much needed change in this country. Without black players, there would be no National Football League. And the protests around the country are emblematic of the centuries of silence, inequality, and oppression of black players, coaches, fans, and staff. We are listening. I am listening. And I will be reaching out to players who have raised their voices and others on how we can improve and go forward for a better and more united NFL family.
All right, Rob, what do you think?
I'm not buying it. It wasn't enough. Corporate PR BS, Chris Broussard. The NFL, once again, if they would have listened to their players, you mean the player, Colin Kaepernick, who you shunned, ostracized, castrated, took away his livelihood and his job? Is that the guy you're talking about when you said you didn't listen to your players? This coming from a league that should have shame all over its face that it even has to have a Rooney Rule to force owners to hire black people who play football. Disgraceful. And now, because this country's burning and black players have been pushed to the wall and have no other choice than to stand up because we all witnessed a murder that we've been talking about forever about what happens to black people in the hands of white police, police brutality, social injustice. I don't want to hear about we stand with you. Tell me what you're going to do, Roger Goodell and the NFL. Don't tell me you can't do anything. I saw this league work, Chris, in a good way in 1993 when they forced the state of Arizona to acknowledge Martin Luther King Jr. and his holiday. They took away, you know how you want to get people to change? Financially. They took away the Super Bowl and any chance that state had to make money. And guess what? Those same people went to the polling places and voted for that holiday. I'm tired of hearing about talking and oh yeah, we're in your corner and we stand with you and all that. None of that means anything today to me. What will you do? That's what I want to hear. And the NFL has come around like so many others, Chris, because they have no choice. I wish you would say anything else or ignore what's going on in this country. You can't do it. You guys go ahead if you want to buy into Roger Goodell and this PR statement and telling you what you want to hear. I don't want to hear it today. I want you to do something to stop it. You are powerful. You know you are. And start treating black people right. The social injustice you talk about, you stand with us, you guys do it every day in the front offices. And the nepotism in the coaching ranks and not giving black assistants opportunities and head coaches. So I want you to do it first and talk about the changes that are coming about in the league and what you're going to do in this world, in this country, to do right by black people. And you're right. I'm glad you mentioned without black players, there wouldn't be an NFL. Your league is 70% black. Start acting like it by doing the right thing.
I salute some of what you said. Obviously, it's going to take action, but I'm not going to call this BS. I know that Roger Goodell does listen to Troy Vincent, who we've had on the show, who's an African-American former player, now the executive VP. And believe me, a lot of what is happening with Goodell making this statement, even with what you called the Looney Rule, and you're wrong in ripping just the NFL. All of America has had to have a quote-unquote Rooney Rule to hire black people. America didn't just decide one day, hey, let's start hiring black people. They had to have laws changed. They had to have something called affirmative action. That's American life, Rob. And so the NFL is not unique in having to do something like that to get people to hire blacks. And as flawed as it was a couple of weeks ago with what they proposed as far as giving teams draft incentives to hire a black coach or a black front office person, it was an attempt to right what has been the wrongs in hiring of blacks. Now, we can sit here and act like everything is peachy keen and people are just going to do the right thing. They're not. So if they're not going to do the right thing, then you've got to incentivize them and create laws to do it. No, you don't.
You hold them accountable,
no,
Chris. Stop with
it.
that.
Stop it. I listened to you for 5 minutes. You stop it. I'm not saying your sentiment is wrong. I'm just saying understand the country we live in. To say the NFL is the only place that
nobody said that. I never said only the NFL. We're talking about the NFL because of Roger Goodell's statement. That's what we're talking about. I didn't say only. I didn't say only the NFL. Stop. Don't put words in my mouth.
You said a league that had to have a Rooney Rule, as if the NBA is all great. How many
NBA never had to make people hire black people?
How many black presidents are in the NBA?
Tell me if there were guys. There have been in the past, Chris. Don't act like there hasn't.
How many black players
there was no
are in your
to hire
favorite league?
Jackie Robinson. What league? Did baseball make him? Baseball made Branch Rickey hire Jackie Robinson? No, they didn't. He did it on his own.
What I'm saying is that you're jumping on the NFL as if they're the only ones. And that's all I'm saying. I want to see action from Roger Goodell. I'm with you on that, but I'm not going to sit here and just condemn a statement he made just to condemn it. I agree with you. It's got to go beyond this, and the players should ask for it. I said 2 days ago, if not, I don't know if it was Friday. It was yesterday, I guess, when I said they need to make demands on Goodell, the league, and the owners. Demand that they go ahead and push for criminal justice reform. Demand that they push for federal prosecutors to prosecute these cases rather than local ones. And much more. So I'm with you on making demands, but I'm just saying, if somebody's saying, he said exactly what the players want him to say. The next thing, and I said this yesterday, they got to get Colin Kaepernick in the league. If you admit that you're wrong, and if you know you shouldn't have been against the peaceful protest, then get Kaepernick in the league, period. He's good enough. When Michael Sam was about to be ready to be drafted, you hooked it up so a team drafted him. Hook it up, make a call so they take Colin Kaepernick. That's what needs to be done. And that will put action behind the words. They've made mistakes in the past, but now it's time to correct it. And if people are willing to start correcting them, I'm not going to hold the past mistakes against them if they're ready to correct them. So let's correct them. That's what I say. And this is significant too. We know, Rob, that they made within the last few years, and it came out in the depositions, that the players, the owners, were very much influenced by Donald Trump when they went against the players before. And that's what Goodell apologized for. And we're going to see if he really meant it, because Trump came out today. Well, let me show where the owners say they were influenced. In the deposition, this came out. Stephen Ross said this about Trump's statement when Trump made it all about the flag. He said, that changed the dialogue. I, Stephen Ross, the owner of the Dolphins, was totally supportive of the players until Trump made his statement. Ross also said Patriots owner Robert Kraft had spoken about the issue with Trump, and NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell was influenced by the president's sentiment. Now, here's what Trump, as you probably know, Rob, said today. He tweeted this about Drew Brees. He said, I am a big fan of Drew Brees. I think he's truly one of the greatest quarterbacks, but he should not have taken back his original stance on honoring our magnificent American flag. Old Glory is to be revered, cherished, and flown high. We should not be standing up straight and tall. We should be standing up straight and tall, ideally with a salute or a hand on heart. There are other things you can protest, but not our great American flag. No kneeling. All right. So you've condemned Goodell's statement. I've said I'm fine with it as long as action follows. Now, the NFL buckled to Trump before. Are they going to buckle to him again, or are they going to stand with the players? If they don't stand with the players, Rob, you're absolutely right. If they do stand with them, then maybe change is coming. Roger Goodell has spoken. Is it a bunch of BS, or is he really committing to do something? What do you think? 877-99 on Fox. Let's get to it, Rob. Let's hear what they say.
All right, Marcel in Mississippi. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What you got?
Hey, what's up, Rob? Hey, Kawhi Broussard. Welcome back from loan management, man.
Hey, I didn't know. Where was all this when Rob was on this Golden Girls cruise? Huh?
But I work all the time.
Antarctica. What about all that?
It was long overdue. Long overdue.
All right.
But anyway,
all right.
Hey, Chris, I respect what you said, and I agree with you for the most part. But I actually got to take Rob's side a little more. I feel like the NFL is putting a Band-Aid on what they did to Colin back in the day. And to be honest, I feel like they also think that, oh, maybe, our black players are serious this time. Maybe they will walk out on us. Let us say something. But if we as black people take that for a statement, shame on us, man. We need to do way more.
Well, it needs to be action behind it. And I agree with Rob and you on that. That's the thing. And Rob, to me, that one of the action things is clear. Kaepernick needs to be in the league.
No,
How many times do we have to see, the former VP of communication?
Yeah,
right.
They haven't even mentioned him. Steven in West Virginia, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Steven?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up, man?
Hey, big fan. Hey, listen, I just man, as a white man, I'm a 38-year-old man. I'm ashamed of where we are right now. But Roger, I feel like Roger Goodell's hands are being forced in this. I do not feel like this is his true feelings. I think that for too long he's had plenty of opportunities to where he could have fixed the situations that he's dug himself into a hole with this. He has chosen.
Yes.
He has chosen. It has been his choice to take the stance that he has for so long, and now he is wanting to jump sides. And I feel like that's just Troy Vincent and everyone else in his ear pushing an issue and making him open his eyes to a situation.
I agree with that.
Steven, thank you for that call.
I agree with that. I think Troy Vincent is forcing them to, and that's why you need diversity in your leadership.
Don,
but he's got to be actions too.
No doubt. Don in Tucson, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up?
Love the show. I got a mic drop on this one. He got forced to do this because, let me tell you how I know. What happened in Arizona with the NFL when they wanted to force that MLK Day?
What do you mean? What happened? They got it
done. They strong-armed them.
Yes.
Right.
Who they strong-armed now? They're back. They don't want to do it.
Okay. So he doesn't buy it. He's saying that they really don't want to do it.
Well, I agree. I don't think they want to. I think they have to because of what the players have demanded. And that's why I said, like, it's exactly what he said, right? It's exactly what the players were saying. But whether you strong-armed into it or not, I just want it to get done. I don't care. I mean, everybody's like the heart's got to change. And yeah, ideally the hearts would change. But all hearts aren't going to change. So just do the right thing. If it's out of fear, if it's out of pressure, whatever, do the right thing.
Deuce in D.C., you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Deuce?
Hey, thanks for having me, man. I appreciate what y'all do.
Thank you, brother.
Yep, I definitely want to make it really short. Roger Goodell was nice, but you know who we need next, man? We need Jerry Jones. We need Jerry goddamn Jones to get up on that stage and say, I was sorry. And you know what another thing is? He went off and told every Dallas player that they had to stand for that flag, right? He had to stand for that flag. Dak did it, and they still won't pay the man. And they still won't pay him. You see what I'm saying? This is what we got to deal with. We got to still go with that whole mentality like, boy, you're going to do what I said because I pay you. And that's just petty, man. I want to see Jerry Jones is next. We can even see him next.
Well, that's why, Rob, we talked about it yesterday. There needs to be a collective statement from the owners. And so we'll see. We'll see if there's action behind this.